Okay, gonna do an unpowered walkthrough on the Maco 300 before I put her away. People have mentioned that, they made two driving 5 versions of this amp and then one driving 5, and this is a one driving 5. What I believe they did, without facts on that, is that on the later ones that they sold and marketed as transmitters instead of linear amplifiers. I've made a few videos on companies that did that. But anyway, on the later ones that they marketed as transmitters, they took out one of the driver tubes and they made the one driver tube that was left like a pre-driver oscillator driver tube all in one. So they powered up the one tube and they had an oscillator circuit in it, and they called it a transmitter instead of a linear amplifier. And one evidence of that, besides this having one tube, is the transmit sticker right there on the thing. Again, I think they were trying to market this as a transmitter to get away from the FCC, and I think it had an oscillator circuit in it at one time, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. So this is the Maco 300, one driving 5, normal stuff there, power switch, high-low, standby. AM/SSB is just delay for the relay, and then that's your final tune and load there for the final tubes. I think I had somebody at Dayton ask me, what's that do on the side there? That's your driver tune for this amp. That tunes up the driver tube or tubes depending on your configuration of the thing. So anyway, we got the top loose so we can take it off. And then there it is on the inside. Again, this is the one driving 4 configuration. Because again, I think they marketed this one as a transmitter, not a linear amplifier. I hear people say, I get 900, 1,000 watts out of it. That transformer is probably good for 500 watts, I would say. So if you're getting 1,000 watts of it, you're killing the transformer and killing the tubes. There is no magic, no special way around that to get extra watts out of something that wasn't designed for it. You could do it. I mean, no magic, you could do it, but it's never gonna last long. So behind it is nothing but the coax in and out, fuse, and the plug. And here it is underneath. Starting at the top, that's the driver tune cap right there. Your tank coil for the driver. Here's the tune and load for the finals, and the coil is up top. Driver tube is under there behind the relay and stuff, and your 4 final tubes. Over here is the high voltage power supply circuit. You got it's a bridge circuit. That's your AC coming in on the red, and it goes into the 8 diodes for a bridge circuit. The diodes are doubled up. Over here, your capacitors, and I already did one on the smoke, so those capacitors were replaced. And there were the originals until one of them smoked. So stick with my advice, change your caps. Everything looked great in this thing, so I didn't change them originally, and I variacted up, and I got to about 90 volts. And it pop and smoke out of that capacitor there, and even the other one was warm, so it was about to go. So it's got new capacitors in them. Those are the equalizing slash bleeder resistors. And not too much else on this thing. You know, basic grounded grid. And another reason though I think this was a transmitter, but it's already been, you know, modified, is what went here. You know, what went in this tape here. I think there was a board there originally. And also, what are all these coils here for? I think they were for the transmitter circuit. And last, that is the input tuner. One thing I don't like about it, there's no hole or any access to that on the other side. So you have to literally, to do the input tune, go inside this amp, you know, take the cover off and get your tool and adjust it. And, you know, you're real close to the tubes and the high voltage and all. But at least it's got an input tuner. A lot of amps, you know, don't even have one. But, you know, a basic grounded grid amp. And pretty much, you know, I like it. You know, 4 tubes to do 300 watts is pretty good, not overrated. And like I say, don't try to get 1,000 out the thing. You got, you know, full wave bridge instead of a voltage doubler. You got bleeders slash equalizing resistors on the thing. Tuned input. You know, driver tune is just a L circuit, not a pi, but anyway, that works for a driver. And just basic grounded grid amp. Very clean on this one. So that's going to be about it on this one, this Maco 300. I've had a few people ask me, would I sell it? Would I sell it? I guess I would sell anything if the price is right, but the problem with that is it's very clean. And, you know, I've said many times, I like heat clean. And also, you know, talking about sell it, what are those 5 good M2057s worth, right? I paid $75 or $100 each when I had to for a good M2057, and these are clean and test like new. So therefore, I believe these M2057s alone are worth about $100 a piece. So if I sold this amp, I think I'd want $600 for it, or else I'm gonna keep it. Okay, that's my walkthrough and thoughts of this Maco 300 transmitter, or AKA linear amplifier.